What life in Elon Musk's Mars colony will be like. Today, we take a look at Elon Musk and the Mars colony and what life in Elon Musk's Mars colony will be like. With Elon Musk and SpaceX plans, humans will indeed live on Mars in the next few decades. But unlike in fiction films and books, SpaceX is working to make this a reality. SpaceX and Musk are confident it will happen around 2050. Their plan is on paper. Get humans to the red planet in the next decade, and then build out a colony that will support 1 million people. Intrigued to discover more? Let's take a look at SpaceX and their plans for their Mars city. Elon Musk once said, "You want to wake up in the morning and think the future is going to be great." And that's what being a spacefaring civilization is all about. It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past. And I can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars.
The thing that really matters is making a self-sustaining civilization on Mars as fast as possible. It would be an incredible adventure.
What is SpaceX Mars City? This is Musk's and SpaceX's proposal to create a large, thriving permanent colony on Mars. The city will be self-sustaining and, in theory, be home to about 1 million people. Mars City spaceships. To be self-sustaining, the city's population will be a mixture of people from all aspects of life and will consist of technical experts like researchers, scientists, and engineers. Getting to the colony will require Terran immigrants to front up the price for the spaceflight with their assets or by making using a loan. Historically speaking, this was the main mechanism that early immigrants and colonists from Europe used in making move to the Americas. Such a move in the future would be costly. Similarly, this was also the case in the past. In the past, people who couldn't afford the price of a ticket to the New World will enter into indentured servitude until all the debt was paid off. Certainly, this would not be the best beginning for a wannabe Martian colonist, but if voluntary, this will be the most common mechanism for the new population to begin life on the red planet. Since labor will likely be in little supply in the early years of the colony, an influx of a huge willing workforce would be a big boon to the developing economy of the Martian super colony. Once all the primary needs for a long-term human presence are set up, water, shelter, food, air, and others, there would be setting up administrative systems to manage the city. How this would develop is presently unknown, but the hope is that this city would govern itself on its terms. If similar in fashion to Starlink's internet service terms and conditions, this policy would be in stark contradiction to established world conventions like the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which states that the launch origin country is responsible for subsequent space activities. Why is Elon Musk planning to build a city on Mars? Musk believes that if our species will survive long-term, it must discover a way to escape Earth and discover other refuges among the stars. Also, being our closest and most hospitable neighbor, Mars will make an awesome first step. There is developing evidence that it may have once supported life. If so, as Elon Musk believes, it could again.
Mars is going to look like.
Well, long term, we could make it look like Earth. We have to warm it up, but there's a lot of ice on Mars. It's cold.
If ever accomplished, SpaceX's Mars City would be a technological triumph and could be a vital step in future-proofing our species for many years to come. The trip to get there will be difficult, but people like Elon Musk believe it is a mission well worth pursuing. Why are we doing this? Elon Musk asked during SpaceX's February 2022 Starship update. I think this is an incredibly important thing to do for the future of life itself. There's always some chance that something could go wrong on Earth. Dinosaurs are not around anymore, he added.
I think this is just an incredibly important thing for the future of life itself. There's always some chance that something could go wrong on Earth. The dinosaurs are not around anymore.
Well, to people like Elon Musk, such an undertaking will be vital for our species' long-term survival. With an insurance policy for all future generations of human beings, Musk hopes it will inject humans with a long-term goal, something to motivate us all to strive for. Mars City coming soon. Life can't just be about solving problems, Elon Musk added. There have to be things that inspire you, that move your heart. When you wake up in the morning, you're excited about the future.
And life needs to be more than just solving problems every day. You need to wake up and be excited about the future and be inspired and want to live.
A nice thought, but can this ever be achieved? Can humans go to Mars with SpaceX? Also, does SpaceX have the capacity to achieve this highly ambitious objective? Perhaps yes, perhaps not. However, SpaceX's present progress and public briefing showed ambitions are encouraging, though it will not be a walk in the park. The idea for colonizing Mars revolves around using SpaceX's Starship spacecraft. Just in case you are unaware, this is a fully reusable rocket that is under development in Texas. The completed ship would be able to transport about 100 tons of stuff and about 100 people per trip. To permit blastoff, Starship will use methane and liquid oxygen as fuel, as opposed to the rocket propellant that is used in Falcon 9. This is an intentional decision, as the plan would be for Starship to fly to Mars, refuel, and use resources found on the planet. Also, it could be possible to build several networks of refueling stations en route to Mars and beyond. In years past, Elon Musk has picked the year 2024 and 2026 as years when SpaceX would send a crewed mission to Mars.
I'd say if you say 6 years from now, I think highly confident. If we get lucky, maybe 4 years. And then we want to try to send an uncrewed vehicle there in 2 years.
How does SpaceX intend on building a city on Mars? The entire project would rely on the Starship. Initially, the idea would be to send 2 uncrewed Starships to Mars to have the ball rolling. These Starships are expected to be packed with equipment and supplies that are ready for future crewed flights a few years later when Mars's and Earth's orbits are at their shortest distance from each other. The billionaire has insisted that the Mars colony will assist preserve humanity's future from existential threats. I think this is important for maximizing the probable lifespan of humanity or consciousness. Musk said, human civilization could come to an end for external reasons like a giant meteor or supervolcanoes or extreme climate change or World War III or, any one of some reasons.